Hey, my name's Cornelius from Core Motor Cars, and today we're going to be talking about the car behind me. It's a 1988 Porsche 911. You're going to hear me say this is one of my favorite cars, and to be honest, air-cooled cars are all my favorite cars, but there's something that makes each of the different generations kind of special, and I guess this one, being an 88, is special because it's kind of the last of the G-body cars. It is the last of the G-body 911s. So the last of the accordion bumper 911s before they went to the 964, which we shot last time. But it is a G50 transmission car. So 87 was the introduction of the G50 transmission. So these cars basically ran with this transmission in this configuration for 3 years, 87, 88, and 89. 217 horsepower, 3.2 liter flat six, air-cooled, yeah. This one's completely stock, yeah. This one is kind of cool because it is a black on black car. It's got the front lip spoiler and it's got sport seats. That's kind of what makes this one a bit special. It is, as I said, it is a 1988. It's got 190,000 kilometers. You know, mileage on these cars isn't that big of a deal if they've been taken care of. They can run for 500,000 miles. Pistons, cylinders, they last forever. It's usually what makes the engines come out of these cars sooner than later is usually because of oil consumption issues, oil leaks coming from the top of the motor, broken head studs, all that kind of stuff. No oil leaks and no smoking on startup, no oil consumption. They all kind of feel the same, but I would say the biggest difference between this car and like the earlier cars would be it's the transmission, the smoothness of the transmission. The 915 trannies are great transmissions. They can be set up if they're rebuilt and all the new bushings and all that, new synchros, everything. They can shift really well. This one's just smoother. That's the biggest difference between all these cars. But I tell guys, like, if you're looking for, if you're new to the game and getting into 911s, these are one of the best cars to be getting, the 87 to 89 G50 transmission cars. And one of the reasons, if you want to compare it to like a 964 or a 993, one of the biggest difference getting into one of these cars today compared to those cars is it's going to cost you about half the price to do work on it. So any kind of engine work, transmission work, suspension work, brakes, any kind of servicing or upgrades or fixing, any mechanical fixes, it's about half the price of those other cars. So it is it's cheaper on the wallet. But I would say in the last probably 5 years for sure, the prices on the G50 tranny cars have really started to climb. Yeah, they're right on the heels of the pricing of the 964s now. Favorite thing about these cars, they're really simple cars. Like I own a 964, but I think I've told you before, I tell guys, like if I had to do it all over again, everything I did to my 964, if I had to do it all over again, if I could do it with a G50 transmission car, like one of these, I would do it. Because it would cost me half the price to make the car. And they're just as exciting, just as fun, you can get these cars to go just as fast as a 964. You can get a lot of horsepower out of these cars. Relatively easy. Yeah, if you're interested in this car or just checking out what we do around here, yeah, check us out on corecars.com. Call us. I mean, obviously we sell a lot of different cars, but our passion is air-cooled cars, so we love talking about them. We love chatting about them. Drop by. We always encourage guys that are, if you're just getting into the air-cooled market, drop by. We have, we've got an 88 911, we've got a 95 993 in here, we've got a 964 hidden in the corner, we've got a backdate project that we just finished. We've got a 89 slant nose, factory slant nose turbo we're doing a full restoration on. So if you come by, we can talk about pros and cons about all these cars, and there's no pressure. Just check out the cars, see who we are, and we love chatting about cars.